everybody. No, we're not gonna do that. Hi, light lovers. My name is Sarah, and I'm a wedding photographer and photography educator that loves sharing what I have learned about wedding photography and the photography business with everybody who's looking to change their life like I changed mine. I'm today going to talk about my favorite programs that are like you have to pay money for, not free ones, that I think are 100% worth the money, that will improve your workflow as a photographer, a portrait photographer, wedding photographer. The first one that I got to say I would pay for 1,000 times over is Photomechanic. Photomechanic is basically a culling software. Now, don't ask me a whole lot of things about the functionality about Photomechanic. I don't really know everything that it can do. I think it can probably do a lot more than what I use it for, but this software is able to let you cull through images lightning fast, like 10 times faster than Adobe Bridge or Lightroom or anything else that I've tried. I'm telling you, this software will save you so much time. And you would think, oh, well, like, I'm already doing pretty okay with the way that I'm doing it now. I'm telling you, you have no idea how much faster you can be working. Culling through images sometimes can take almost as long as the edits, depending on your editing style and depending on how good you are at making decisions. So I love this software. I think it is totally and 100% worth the money. What I do is I go through and I don't do a lot of like first round, second round, everything. I just go with my gut. I go through it super fast with Photomechanic and I star the ones that I want to use, and then I pull those into Lightroom and edit them. Like, that's as simple as it is. You can get into a lot more, you can rate them by color, you can rate them by stars, and Lightroom will import the information as to how you rated them in Photomechanic, so that's really nice too. But definitely Photomechanic is worth the money. Another piece of software that I think is worth the money, which I've kind of already alluded to, is the Adobe products, Lightroom and Photoshop. I do 90% of my editing in Lightroom. I only pull 10% or less of my images into Photoshop, and I only pull them into Photoshop for things that really it's stuff like people removal, like finer blemish removals, like more extensive retouching, which I don't do a whole lot of. But yeah, stuff that you just can't do with the spot removal tool in Lightroom, and especially with the latest Lightroom update, being able to select the subject, select the sky within Lightroom. I mean, just invest the money and get Lightroom. Plus, you know, looking at presets and other kinds of things is sort of the industry standard. And so if you want to use presets that are produced by some of your favorite photographers, you might definitely need Lightroom to make those presets work. Another one of my favorite programs is Blogstop. So Blogstop, also Album Stomp, which I don't use Album Stomp, but I've heard it's pretty good. Blogstop, you can set your settings to stomp. It's also fun to say, to basically format and size your images that are best for blogging. So if you're like me and you blog every session that you do, which if you're not doing that, you should be doing that, you want Blogstop. So if you're a wedding photographer, I've got another great product for you for albums. Fundy is a fantastic product, 100% worth the money. I found this product at WPPI, at one of their expos, years and years and years ago, and I still use it to this day. It is the easiest way to make an album. I feel like a lot of photographers, when it comes to designing an album or album production of any kind, they get really overwhelmed by the thought of it. And Fundy makes it so easy. It's really easy money to sell, to make albums and sell albums, because you can have pretty good markup on albums without having to put a whole lot of work in. So definitely recommend Fundy. Their auto design feature is money. That's really what makes that program worth it, in my opinion, because I don't have to really tediously design the album. They do a really great job with the automated auto design. So Fundy. And the last one I'm going to talk about is not really a program, but it is a service, and that is Tailwind. The Tailwind app is tailwindapp.com, I think, and I'll have all of this stuff linked below. But Tailwind is a fantastic program for Pinterest. So if you are wanting to get your images pinned on Pinterest, and if you're not doing that, you definitely need to be looking into that as well. Pinning on Pinterest is a huge. I have actually gotten wedding inquiries based on people seeing my images on Pinterest. Tailwind schedules your pins. So I schedule about 1 to 2 days every 6 months and pin all of my pins for the next 6 months, basically. It doesn't take hardly any time at all. It takes a whole day to do that many because you do have to be sort of strategic with Pinterest with your captions and all kinds of those things. But it really, really saves you tons of time and gets you lots of engagement, inquiries, traffic to your website. It's great for SEO. It's just a win across the board. I don't have time to talk about all the reasons why every wedding photographer should be engaging with Pinterest, but you should be, and Tailwind can make it super easy. So that's all of the programs that I really think are worth the money for right now. Let me know in the comments if you have any programs that you think have really been worth it that I didn't mention. Let me know what you think about all of these that I've mentioned, Photo Mechanic, Fundy, Blogstop, all those things. Let me know what you think if you give them a try, and I will see you on the next video. Thanks, guys.